Thank you for hanging out with us at developerDB today, the database for tech recruiting. We have millions of developer personal emails on our database, but for some users, our product was not user-friendly, as they have to source at developerDB instead of the whole entire net. We have heard you loud and clear, and have released a Chrome store extension so that you can source anywhere and still get personal email, tech ranking, and other exclusive information from developerDB. We have done some side-by-side comparison of Chrome extensions on other sourcing products on GitHub, and must report that we see an advantage that developerDB possesses over any other product when it comes to GitHub in terms of finding personal emails and tech stack ranking. If you have been on GitHub, you know it can be a frustrating experience. Not only will you not find personal emails, but most of the time you will not be able to see a location, a complete name, or job titles. Profiles there can be barren or non-existent. Now you're interested in anyone, you can get all their profile information in personal email. As a bonus, we have ranked all active GitHub users by tech skills, so you can also see how they compare to others. You will not get that feature anywhere else. But of course, our Chrome extension works on any site, not just GitHub. With that said, let's go ahead and take a look at how our extension works on GitHub, as well as connecting profiles to other sites, and actually using our extension there as well. So obviously going to GitHub, we can start anywhere looking for profiles based on location, if provided, and actually being able to go through and look at tech skills and essentially source through GitHub itself, outsourcing our tech credentials to GitHub. With that said, we have set up some profiles on our own to be able to go through and look at how our extension works. Let's first look at Will Ashley, a web developer at Funbox from San Francisco, California. We will be looking at Will's profile and actually being able to get his personal email from the GitHub profile. As you can see, the developerDB extension is downloaded in here on the right. And of course, in order to be able to access the personal email, you have to be signed up first with us at developerDB or at a free trial to be able to access credits to obtain personal emails. So, loading our extension, we can see Will's information, front-end engineer at Funbox. We get his tech stack and his expertise, giving us an actual percentage of his JavaScript ranking. And we have his LinkedIn URL here as well. So let's go ahead and actually connect with our web extension to Will's LinkedIn and be able to see if we have the same information. As you can see, Will is here as well. We have his LinkedIn. And if we use our developerDB extension on his LinkedIn profile, we have the same information. So with that said, we will go back to GitHub and access the secret sauce of developerDB, being able to source and get personal email at the same time. So, with credits, with our developerDB extension, we will hit Buy Email for Will. And of course, we got 2 emails for Will right here. Great. So now, we want to move on and look at actually being able to use our extension on GitHub repos. We do not necessarily always have to be on a developer profile on GitHub in order to access their personal email information. We can actually go on repositories straight on GitHub and be able to access that information immediately. With that said, let's go ahead and give it a try. Now we are on a repo, a web developer, and on here we're going to try out the GitHub extension and being able to see if we can get the personal email from the repo. Using the extension, we get the information of James Davenport, a research scientist and web developer from Seattle. With his expertise and text ranking also provided, we have all of his text expertise information, and we can buy his email. So, just to make sure that our process is working properly, let's go ahead on James Davenport's profile from the repo, which is not something that you would need to do, but just to show that it is the same person's information. So going to James Davenport, we'll load our extension and see that we have the exact same information, just to confirm. But this makes the recruiting process and the sourcing process on GitHub even quicker and more efficient using the developerDB extension, being able to actually access the information from the repo without having to go to the profile. So from here, let's get James' personal email right here from the repo. And here it is. We have obtained James's email. So, looking at one more profile, we'll be looking at Melinda Bernardo, a full-stack web developer from Los Angeles, California. And with Melinda, let's go ahead and try to get her personal email here as well. Great, we have her information, her tech stack, and her expertise in JavaScript and in HTML and CSS. So just to test the LinkedIn again, going on LinkedIn. Okay, looks like her LinkedIn is not available. But what we can do is actually go and look at her other profile information. And this is something that does show up, where somebody's LinkedIn is not linked or their profile no longer exists. But with the developerDB extension, although we work on GitHub, we work on other sites as well. So thankfully, Melinda for us has her Twitter. We'll go on Melinda's Twitter, which is still active, and be able to see if we can actually get her personal email using the developerDB extension from the Twitter account. And we do. We're able to actually buy her email from her Twitter. So let's go ahead and do it from Twitter this time. Great. Here it was and it's obtained. So as you guys can see, using the developerDB extension is the most quick and efficient way to be able to source getting personal email on GitHub and being able to connect it to other sites such as LinkedIn, if available, and on Twitter, we can actually use the extension on other sites to be able to source quickly and efficiently. While the extension does work with any link, we are specially designed for GitHub, and we lead GitHub in searches when it comes to uncovering developer profile emails. The TechRecruiter Chrome extension is free to download on the Chrome store, and all searches are free, but you will need to sign up at developerDB for a free trial in order to see developer emails, the actual accessing of by email from the developerDB extension. Please sign up for a free trial, and we will send you the link to our Chrome store once we set up an account for you. Thank you for taking the time for hanging out with us today,